Hello, welcome back. This is James Uriel from YourCheck. Today we're going to look at the shift schedule application that I was posting, and we're going to learn how to actually do it now. So, like I showed you in the last tutorial, the application is four pages, and there's a lot of interaction going on there. So we have the home page, we have the login, we have the department list of rota, and we have department rota. So I'm going to show you how to do everything with all the interaction. So stay tuned. This video is going to be very long, but I'm going to cut it very shortly. First, we're going to start with the home page, and bear in mind what I'm going to do. I'm going to try as much as possible to keep it simple so that you can understand it as we go along. So let's get started. I'm just going to open another new RP file, and we just call it home. So what we need to make the header. So we have here the header part of here. So we'll just have a rectangle widget, and I'll just call this 960, and I'll give it a background color of this. And then I'll remove the border. Next, what we need to do, we need to place the logo, and we need to fix it to the corner, right hand side and the left hand side corner. So we're going to do like this and say logo. I'm just going to change this to, let's say 30, or let's say 35, and I'm going to have an heading here, and I'm going to say logo. So as we are, I'll change the font to Marvin Pro, and I'll highlight this one and make it, I'll group it, highlight, and I'll just change the font size maybe to 16, or let's say 20, and I'll change the color to white so we can see it clearly. So let's save our file. Let me say shift schedule application. So the next part we need to do is the login part, and we just say login, and we give it white as well. Just change the text and change it to 20, and we have the color to white. Change the centralize it and give it a bit of padding around here. Make it 20, and change the font size. So let's make sure this is aligned together properly. Yep. So now what we need to do is that, so because we're going to be making use of a full screen layout, how to do that is we're going to make this a dynamic panel. I'll just call this logo, and I'll call this login. And it's always good to give it a name as well. So I'll just go here and say login, and close this and go back here. Yeah, I call that logo, so which is fine. So what we need to do next is to make the full width, and to do that we need to convert this to dynamic panel. I'll just say this is header, and then we go into the state one of the header, and I'll just change the background image to this. Then we go back to the home page, and we say pin to browser, and we just say center top, and I'll just say 100% with browser only. So let's preview this application. What I'm gonna do, I'll close this now because we don't need this anymore. So I'm going to preview this, and as you can see, we have the full screen, but the image is not showing. So what we need to do, we need to copy this away because we've already set it to be on top. So we're going to paste it here, and let's preview it and let's see what's happening. So we have this, but we've not put this logo here, the right hand side and the left hand side corner. So what we need to do is we need to pin this as well to browser. So we're just gonna say pin to left top, and we're going to say that's fine, and we're going to pin this to browser, and we're going to say this is right, and I'm just gonna give it a bit of margin, let's say 20, and we're gonna say like so. Let's preview it, and we see boom. Now we can see there is a bit of effect here that is showing the rectangle shape that we have here before. So what we just need to do is we need to go back to this color because this is like 90%. We need to make it 100%, and we can see now that we have this effect. We have the logo and we have the login. So the next thing we need to do is to do the body area. Actually, I shouldn't have closed this so that we can see exactly what we are doing. So I'll just leave this for now, and I'll put the new one we are doing beside it. So we have this. So the next thing we need to do is the body area, and we just need to add another widget here and say we go back to the home page and we had another widget here, and I'll just give it maybe a little bit of 600 and 610 height, and I will change the background to maybe lighter a bit, maybe this. Yeah, let's save it, and what I'll do next is I'll put the footer, and the footer is here. I'll do the footer and put the footer as well, and we just change the color for the footer, which is this. I'll remove the border, and I'll just get this text. Let's just copy this text, and I'll just paste it here by double clicking and paste it. But we need to change the font size and the color, and we have it, which is this. So we have it sorted out now. So what we need to, the same thing we did for the header, we need to make sure that this is full width as well, because if we preview it, we can see here on this home screen that it's going to show like this. So we're going to make it centralized. So what we need to do is to convert this to dynamic panel as well, and it's called this footer, and go into the state and just change the back color to this. And what we need to do is to, yeah, that's fine. So what we need to do next is to go back to the home page, and we can go to page style and say page align, and we set the center, and we set the horizontal alignment and vertical alignment, and the repeat, no repeat. So we say this. So we have this information now, and what we need to do is to make this 100% width as well. And we go back and we have it as 100%. So left with the body area that we need to do. So we just make this dynamic panel as well again, and say body area. We go back to state 1, and we just change the back color to same thing, and we save it, and we go back to the pane and we say 100% wide browser only. So when we preview it now, all our pages lay out in a wide way. So even if we minimize it, it will still take, everything. We're not focusing our attention on responsive or adaptive right now, so we're just making it, a full width page. So we have that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. So I'll just bring this maybe down here so we can have a bit of space, and I'll just increase the size. So let's preview it and let's see how it looks like. Yeah, so yeah, pretty much okay, pretty much what we want to achieve here. So the next thing we need to do is this banner and this interaction here. So what we need to do, we need to go into the body area and go into the state, and we can just drop an image. Actually, we can drop a rectangle and make it white, and we can give it a shadow. We go here and say shadow, and I can change the color to this, and I can just change this to and we remove the border as well. The next thing we're going to do this, and I just did it with a little circle widget, but with a perfect circle. So how do we do that? We draw another widget here, and we just make it, we make this a line, and I can make this a bit bolder, and we can just increase it and make this a little bit. Alright, so what we need to do, we need to make this 320, and we just need to make this 100, so we have a perfect circle. So I'll align this properly, and we have this. Let's see the color we use, blue. We just go here and find a blue, and next, what do we need to do? Yeah, we have 3 smaller circles, so I'll just duplicate this and make them smaller, and I'll just put one here, and I'll duplicate it, and I'll put one here, and I'll duplicate it, and I'll put one here. As you can see, we can see the line through. So how I did that was to make this transparent. Instead of white, we're just gonna close it and make this transparent. And next we will change this to red, and we'll change this to green. I'll just choose green here. So we have this, and I'll change this to, this is another type of red as well. I'll just change this to red here. So we have them set up right now. So what we just need to do is just to group this together, and we can practically centralize this and group them together. That's fine. So how do we now do this interaction? It's a simple way of doing it is we have image here. We just put an image at the center, and I'll just make this 85. And what I need to do is ungroup this first, so that we can center this design. Yeah. So what we need to do is to get images. We need to double click it, and I'll just find another image. We don't need to have the same image. So I'll just put this one. Auto resize, no, and I can. What we need to do that interaction is to convert this to master, and we can say body banner image. Yeah, so we have this, and we can see this is here. So what we need to do is we need to duplicate the state and make more state. Let's say make 3 states: state 1, state 2, and state 3. And we have, okay, so what we need to do, let's find other images here as well. So I'll just go here and copy this image, paste it in the state 2, and paste it in the state 3. So let's go here and say, let's find another image. where images, let's go here and find some images and just put it there. To resize no, and let's find other image, and yeah, I just use this icon and save to image. No. So we go back to home page and we go back to the body page. So now what we need to do is we need to make this onload event interaction, and we just go to widget interaction and note, and we go to onload. So that means on page load we want the widget to set. So we just go to set panel and say body banner image, and we just say fade, and we can just say select state, we can say next, and we can say wrap from last and repeat every 1000, or let's change it to about 2500. Yeah. So now let's save this and let's preview what we've done here in the home page. So we preview it, and as you can see on page load everything changes, which is similar to what we've done here as well. The only thing that is different is just the way this looks, but it is still the same interaction that was done here. So as you can see, everything is working fine, and it is pretty much easy for you to do this. So what we need to do, we need to put a text. Let's make a text and just put a text on top. Let's say shift schedule application, and then we can let's make this a bit the length the same as well. We can actually remove this, but for the sake of alignment we just have to leave it for now. So I'll make this like this and center, so change font, and what I need to do is maybe change this to 25, yeah, so that it looks a bit okay. So we see now that if we preview it again in browser, we can see here, perfect. So I hope you've been able to enjoy this tutorial. Very short, very sweet and simple. If you have any question, do let me know, and I will be seeing you around in the next tutorial, where we will make the next page, which is the login page. Show you how to make this login page. Actually, it will be very simple because we're just going to do a bit of adjustment to the home page, and we will have this login page. Thank you very much for watching, and see you again. Bye.